Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be flying on the Dasher KODIAK 100. Now, I just recently been learning how to fly this thing. I had it for a while. I have never really got a chance to give it a good go. Today we're going to do a short flight from San Antonio down south here to a small little airport. Just try to test out the skills and capability of the aircraft. If I cannot land here, I'm going to do a missed approach and try to land over here at 28T. This KODIAK is pretty impressive for the stats. I did write a checklist out today to do the startup for the KODIAK properly. Hopefully this is accurate to the real thing. I've got this information from other YouTubers that do Microsoft Flight Simulator and actual real-world pilots that I was watching videos on with the KODIAK. So we're going to test our skills out today. See if we can get this up and running without blowing up the engine. Now, this KODIAK in particular does, it has a lot of different liveries, a lot of different variants, as you can see here. This one's a separate KODIAK. You have to buy it separately, but we're doing the 100 here, and I'm just going to do the regular configuration. You do have a pod down here and a regular one, so you could put it with a pod, a regular one, and also it has many different liveries, as you can see. You can really have a variety of many to choose from. I did do a video review of this aircraft before, if you want to check that out. It's somewhere in the channel. I'll try to leave a link if I remember to do so. And anyway, yeah, we're just going to go on the basic one here today, which is this one. And we picked this livery here. This has a max speed of 174 knots, 25,000 max altitude, 8 hours duration, 1,132 nautical miles. Now, I heard the real KODIAK does fly about 210 knots at 12,000 feet with no pod. With a pod, you're probably looking around 200 knots or a little bit under that at 12,000 feet or so. It does have a climb rate up until we get to the higher altitudes of about 18 to 2,000 feet per minute, which is pretty impressive for a small turboprop aircraft like this. And we're going to test out some of that today in this flight on the way down here. It's about a 14-minute flight, so not too long. Let's go ahead and jump inside, get this plane started up, and see what it has to offer us. It's been a minute since I made a video, so I just want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing. All my new subscribers, I really do appreciate you guys. And my OGs, thank you so much for keep supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. We're growing pretty strong here. We're almost at 8,000 subscribers, so I just want to give a special thanks to each and every one of you guys out there who's been supporting the channel from the very beginning. We're almost a year and a couple of months into the channel now of doing all aviation, and we're an aviation enthusiast channel. If you guys have never seen this channel or it's for the first time, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And this is what we do here. We do a little bit of short streaming or well, plane spotting with the shorts, live streaming on the live videos with the Microsoft Simulator, and every once in a while I'll make review videos for aircrafts, or I'm going to try to do some vlog videos as well eventually in the future where real-world aircraft. But in the meantime, our budget only allows us to do this, so this is what we're doing until we grow the channel. I am working on making a Patreon. I really have no prior knowledge to know what I'm doing with that, so I'm still working on it. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and jump inside this aircraft shortly. I did configure the plane properly. I have the Bravo throttle quadrant here and the Honey Alpha yoke and just Logitech pedals down below. That's my setup. And of course the computer itself, which is a PC. But yeah, it's been serving me pretty well so far, so I'm really happy with the setup that I have. I would like to continue to grow the channel and continue to set up everything. We're gonna probably be doing that here soon in the future with more avionics equipment for the simulator and building it up. But for now, this is a pretty basic and good setup, so I'm not going to complain about that. Let me just go ahead and turn all these switches off. I forgot I had them all on. That way we're set for our loading sequence, so we can do a cold and dark startup. Alright, we should be put on the ground. It doesn't look like they put us on the ground correctly. This is the KODIAK. I don't know why they do that. There's been a glitch I've been trying to start this up cold and dark, and it keeps setting me on the ground here, so that is kind of strange to see. We're going to have to go back into the main menu and just re-put us on the ground. I want to start it cold and dark so we can get through the sequence of starting it all. This plane is a very sensitive aircraft. If you break the engine, you have to get off of Microsoft and reload the aircraft. Otherwise, it will continuously break. So it will remember the status of the airplane and the aircraft, and it will basically continuously destroy itself if you already destroyed it once. So you will have to close out of the game and reload it in order for it to work properly. So we don't want to mess up, because if we do, there's no forgiveness with this aircraft. So we're going down south here. There it is. All right. I should probably do a bigger runway, right? Maybe we try this one out. Arrive. Okay. That should be good. Auto. Okay. Let's try it again. Hopefully it works this time. Alright, everything's shut off, so hopefully it loads us properly this time and quicker. We're going to find out, but yeah, the struggles of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sometimes I've been loading these aircrafts. I don't know if anybody else is having a problem with that. I load the aircraft up and it automatically starts up on, even though I have everything shut off, everything set, and I even put it into a spot on the ground. So if you put it into a spot on the ground, like at the airport itself, and like one of those little dots on the ramp, it should automatically start cold and dark, but for some reason it keeps putting us for departure lately. I don't know if that has something to do with the update or if it's a glitch in the game itself. It's kind of weird how that's been working lately. Not sure what's going on with that. They did just recently do an update, so I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with that, but you just never know. 2024 is coming out soon, which is going to be pretty cool to see what's going on with that whole thing. I'm not looking forward to spending more money on simulating, because we spent a lot on this one, but we got to keep it up to date, guys, so we got to do what we got to do, you know. Unfortunately, I guess that's the name of the game, you know. They don't create these things for nothing. They got to make you pay for them one way or another. But it's been a lot of fun, you know. It's kind of a fun hobby for sure. Hopefully we can continue to grow the channel. We've been doing pretty good with this channel, guys. I mean, it still has B plus or B negative rating on Social Blade, I believe, and I'm trying to get it up to an A rating on Social Blade, but I don't know exactly how to do that. If anybody has any ideas how to get your rating up on Social Blade, even though I guess it really doesn't matter, Social Blade, I'm not sure if that has any correlation with YouTube or not. Alright, let's see. Did it do it? Okay, yes. Alright, so we're on the ground. It is currently overcast here in San Antonio, which is pretty accurate to what's going on. Here's the Kodiak 100, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to just go inside of it and check it out and see. I know the door's open here. Got a little cup holder. That's new. I don't think that was animated before. It's pretty cool. You can open the door and jump outside here. Check it out. It's a very beautiful aircraft indeed. I don't really fly it too much. I really like gear up and gear down, you know. So that's probably the only reason I've been not flying it as much. Must be locked for takeoff and landing. Okay, so we have to lock that before we get onto the runway. Right now we can leave it open. We're going to turn on the fuel. It's a beautiful aircraft. Look, take a look here. Nice interior, nice seating. I think even the lights swivel, or the vents. It's pretty cool. We got this guy tagging along with us today. I don't really know his name. Sorry for that. All right, let's go ahead and turn on some switches. Oh no. Let me see something here. Turn the battery on. These? I don't want those on just yet. This shows that it's on. Okay, so that's the battery. Battery can come on. The bus tie can come on. This can go down. That's our fuel valve. Put it on. Okay. And turn on our beacon light and our nav light to let people know we're about to get started here. So beacon light, nav light for now. And then we could let's see here. Okay, feathered all the way back. This is cut off. Everything's good. Flaps are up. Just want to check everything before we start here. Still lining up, which is fine. Okay, so we're gonna cook this up. This can go to up, and this can go to down. Okay, we're gonna wait for this ITT to come out to about 15%, and then we'll add low idle here. Oh, okay. That's low idle. Watching for the ITT and the NG. Okay. Now fuel shutoff master. We can turn the prop all the way forward too now. Okay, this should be at idle. And we'll set the altimeter here. And now the fuel pump's off, so we can put that to standby now. And this can go back to the off position. Let's read the messages here. Generator fail. We can turn the generator on. There we go. Inertial separator can come on as well, which I believe that's not it. I'm sorry. I think it's where's the inertial separator here? Generator and alternator is on. Engine. Everything's looking good. There's this warning here, which I'm not 100% sure what that is yet, but we will be figuring that out shortly here. This does have an auto trim as well, which is pretty cool to see. Is that? Okay, that's armed. We don't need oxygen. We're only going up a little bit here. That's our inertial separator, right? Yeah, that should be our inertial separator. Alright, that should get us started here. Generator on, alternator on. Now we can move forward. Oh, excuse me. So this plane is about 3,500,000, close to. It's about 300.4. But it does have auto trim and a pretty good rate of climb. Good range. You could do 208 knots at 64 gallons, and you get about 900 to 1,000 range on it. We got to be careful with the flap setting so we don't blow out the engines. Let's go ahead and I guess we're good for now on our checklist. I don't know exactly what this is there. We'll have to figure that out. I'm not sure what I did there. It doesn't have nothing to do with that. Nope, or that. Alright, so this can come off, that goes to standby. Alright, so we should be good for departure. Let's go ahead and turn on our taxi light. We'll go ahead and get our clearance and we'll get on our way here. Okay, 7256. Alright, let's go ahead and take the brake off here. Test out the flaps. We're just going to do flaps 1 setting for takeoff here. When we get to the end of the runway, we'll go ahead and lock out this switch up here. And turn on the landing lights, turn off the taxi lights, turn on the strobes. And we should be good for departure here. A little bit sensitive on the rudder on the ground here, but I hear that's kind of accurate. I'm hoping I don't blow out the engine on this run here. Let's see what the you can set the autopilot. It works really well as well. Climbing up to 2,000 feet, squawking 7256. I think where's the transponder to? Oh no, transponder to out. That's fine. Yeah, so we're good with that. We can set 2,000 feet. We might climb up a little higher than that just to see what this thing can do. I've been wanting to fly this for a little while. I haven't got a chance to, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a pretty cool aircraft for sure. I got this a while ago. They have a water one too. I think it's like probably 20 bucks or something like that. This one I think cost about $25 on Microsoft Flight Sim Marketplace. I believe there's lighting too. Oh, whoa, whoa, what the heck? That was weird. It didn't want to turn for a second there. Let me see something. Is this lighting? I want to check the panel lighting here. Oh, yeah. That is lighting. Okay. So they do have panel lights, which is pretty cool. And this is your autopilot down here. Alright. That's your barometric pressure, I think, is one of them. I'm not sure which one. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know which one is the barometric pressure. Alright, let's try not to mess up this plane too badly here. that is the landing lights flickering there. Let's see. I want to see something here. I think you can also turn them. Just wondering what these are. I think that's just your heat, right? Landing lights to pulse. Is that your cabin light? Yeah, that's your cabin light. Okay, cool. I'm just checking the lights, but they look like they're kind of glitching out a little bit, which is weird. I know it has pulsation lights and all that stuff. I just kind of curious why it's not working. Anyway, like I said, it's a little bit sensitive on the rudder, so you really got to pay attention to it. This thing is pretty quick aircraft too. It really likes to move. You got to be careful of not putting it into reverse idle. You can have, they say when you're actually taxiing it, there's in between reverse and forward that now the pulse is working. You see the pulse is working? I'll show you what that looks like at night here. It is the 4th of July, by the way. Happy 4th of July to everyone out there. That pulsation light that I just showed you, before it was working where you could see it in front of the aircraft. For some reason, it doesn't seem to be showing that way right now, which is kind of strange. But they did just update, so maybe now they have to update planes. You know, when Microsoft Flight Simulator updates, it seems to make all the planes have to do updates because there's always glitches and weird things that happen to the aircrafts. It just kind of stinks. It's like a game, you know what I mean? Like you play it, and then you see something works, and then something doesn't work, and it's like a whole thing. But all right, here we are, 22. IFR departure runway 22. 301 suit 6. So I pressed the B key here to set our altimeter. You can do it through the aircraft too as well. I think it's the band here. All right. Let's see what sets the altimeter in the aircraft. I'll show you real quick here if we can figure it out. Right there. So that's your altimeter setting, but I just press B and it sets it automatically. So, all right, let's go ahead and get our departure on. There we go. So, for departure, we're going to go ahead and flick these forward, and then we're going to put this into full idle power. Watch the ITT, make sure we don't break anything. Let the engine kind of stabilize here. We're already doing 21 miles an hour here. Okay, strobe lights are on. Taxi light come off. I'll keep the landing lights on. And here we go. Putting right rudder in here. 30 knots. Right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. 40 knots. More right rudder. 50 knots. Bringing the power up slowly here. We're about rotation, pulling back slowly, pulling back. There we go, and we're up. Above 70, flaps are coming up. You don't want to bust out the engine already. Very, very easy to have this airplane come off the ground. You don't want to overdo it, you know. I'm not even using full power. I'm literally just put it a little bit and we're already doing 100 knots, you see. Pretty wild how good of an aircraft this is, to be honest with you. But it really does take some babysitting. I don't want to overdo the engines or anything like that, so I'm just being very gentle, keeping an eye on the ITT and everything. Looking pretty good here. We're gonna have to turn now that we're above 1,200 feet. I'm gonna just turn. Good day. Oh, by the way, the turn radiance in this aircraft is incredible. If you see, you could like really pin mark it for a turn. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here. .30.01, continuing as planned. Okay, 2,600 feet. Alright, so here's what I'm going to show you now. Like, if you want to bring this power back here, I'm just going to bring the power back and slow the aircraft down to about 70. Let me see what the flap speeds are here. So at 85% you can do flaps 10, 95% you can do flaps up for 90. Oh, 85 is 10. Okay, so once we get under 85 knots, I'll go ahead and do flaps 10, and then we'll do a pin turn, which is what I'm calling it. Just going to trim the nose up here. I need to slow down the aircraft. Now this plane does get pretty heavy, so you're going to have to trim it or hold the stick. It's going to be like a challenge, especially when you get to a lower speed for landing. It's a little heavy on the yoke, so you really got to pull back to adjust for that. It does have auto trim though for flaps, which is nice. It keeps it a little bit easier. We're still going really fast, and I keep pulling back the throttle here. Alright, now we're getting under 80. There's 90. There's 95 for flaps, so gotta put a notch of flaps in. Just keeping an eye on our ITT here. Alright. Now I'm just adding a little power to stabilize. 500. Alright. Now check this out. So if you want to turn, going slow here, it's pretty wild. This thing will turn on a dime. And it's really hard to stall. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's not as hard as I thought to stall. Okay, let's add some more power in here. Alright, sorry guys. We'll get back on track here. I feel the left wing trying to come over. 70 knots. Flaps coming up. Adding more power. So it definitely, at least in the game, feels like it doesn't like to fly at a low speed. I don't know why it's yelling at us for that. Don't sink, huh? Alright, let's try the autopilot here. And we'll go vertical climb. 2,000 feet per minute. And get it on that nav course. Why is our vacuum not working right now, it says? Maybe because we don't have oxygen on? I don't think you really need oxygen. That's just your initiator. Alright, where are we at here? Doing about 80 knots. It's a pretty nice aircraft for sure. Now we should be coming back on our course here. That's us. Why is it heading back towards San Antonio? It's really weird. There's San Antonio out there. 2,600 feet. Now we're gonna head on the heading mode. Doing about 190 knots here. I definitely got to get the hang of flying this aircraft. It's not as easy. You really got to like babysit the power management here. Oops. Everything seems to be in the green though. Really gentle movements. So far I think we're doing okay. You guys let me know in the comments if I'm doing okay. I really don't know for sure, but it looks like it's okay so far. I would like to climb up to 12,000 feet with this aircraft, but I'm going to keep a low flight for now, just to get to our destination, which is coming up. Let's see where we're at here. That's us. We're getting on our nav course. It just locked on nav now, so we're going to be going over to 28TE. As you can see. 2,600 feet. This, I'm still not 100% sure what this is. Engine. That is definitely interesting. Nope, that did nothing. We're already approaching the airport here. We could see it out there. Let's see. About 7 miles out. We're doing pretty good with power management here too. We're gonna pull back a little bit. Try to start slowing. I don't see the runway here. So we're just gonna fly over and see what's going on over here. That green right there may be the landing strip. We're gonna find out in a minute here. So it is on grass. Right there. So what we'll do is take it off autopilot and turn back around here. Hopefully I don't mess this up too bad. I'm gonna try to land it down there. If I can find the airfield again. We'll descend and turn back around here. I'm gonna turn the yaw damper off here. Hopefully I don't mess this up too bad here. I'll have to slip a little bit here. Slow down. All right. There we go. 80 knots. I'm gonna try to keep the power up here so I don't sink. 72 knots here. Flaps coming back in. 60. Let me put more power, more power. 64 knots. I don't want to go any slower than about 60. Let's see here. All right. That wasn't bad. Well, it's not bad at all. Okay. All right. That's good. We're going to put it back to low idle here. Flaps coming up. That was not bad. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I like this plane. Let's go park over here. I think we can go ahead and turn those back off. All right, there we go. Now we can go fuel back to cut off here. Feather the prop all the way back. And this can go back to idle. Set the brake. Really cool animation as well, right? Alright, pull that out. And yeah, parking brake is set. Turn all these back to the off position. Avionics can come off. Bus can come off. Set the master caution. Let me turn off the rest of this here. Sorry about that noise. Well, there you have it. Let me shut the rest of this plane down here. All right. There it is. The KODIAK 100, a beautiful aircraft, really fun to fly. You have to really pay attention to the avionics of this aircraft and really babysit it because you don't want to mess up the engine. As you can see, we did a pretty decent job today, which is, I would say, somewhat unusual for me. However, we did pretty good, I would have to say. So, thumbs up. That's my thumbnail right there. Make sure I don't get in the way of the I don't know. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are of this Kodiak. I really enjoy flying this. I really love this aircraft. It's pretty fun, pretty well made. It's pretty cheap, and I like the fact that you have to babysit the engine because it's more realistic. And if it's very unforgiving, this plane, like if you turn it too fast or put the flaps down when you're overspeeding, the engine will blow up and it will just stop working and you'll crash the plane. I've done it before. Wouldn't recommend doing it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Kodiak 100. I love this plane. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. Smash the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We're going to be doing another video shortly here of the planes I would definitely not recommend to buy. Nothing bad to the creators of the aircraft. I think, you know, it's very difficult to make an airplane. However, in the next video, we'll be making a video about which ones I regret buying. All right, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, Dustin Vadiga, God bless. Peace. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.